Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome to the channel. So today we got a bit of a special video. So one of my recent watchers made a comment on my excuse me, on one of my videos, or I think a couple actually. And basically, let me see if I can find it. Probably should have found it first. Basically, they liked my builds, or my builds. I think it was the Baja Bug video and the Sandrail video, the red one, the two-seater. Let me see. Videos. I think it was this one. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and the channel, or I guess it's the channel. There it goes by Corrupt 7321, and basically they liked my Baja Bug build, and then they asked me they challenged me with like some compact suspension but with decent functionality. So that's basically what we're gonna be, well, that's basically what I did. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, of course, just to kind of understand what this video is about. So I wasn't exactly sure as what they had wanted, like if they wanted a desert off-roader or rock crawler, you know, compact, or so. I wasn't quite sure, but I just went ahead and went with desert racer type of build. So we have two builds here. One, we have this tiny little trophy truck. This is kind of like a Fox body style trophy truck, but I just used the Dragon emblem because it's powered by Dragon engines. Also, this does have a gyro, so it is a very unstable truck, but the gyro helps it a lot. But I just let's just look at this real quick. So you might recognize the 4-link, you know, trophy truck suspension. I try to make this as compact as I could. I could probably make it even more compact, like maybe just a little narrower, but this is gonna work for the build I have here. Basically, it's just twin I-beam suspension in the front. It's all-wheel drive, 2 suspension springs, just like so. 0.5 and 0.7, and then 0.8 and 0.1, and then the front is 0.4, 0.8, and then 0.4, 0.7, which is actually off. I don't know why that's like that. Oops. That's not what I'm gonna do. I think this is supposed to be, I don't know, we're gonna try that. Okay, that's a bit much. Forgot to actually set this to where it needed to be. So these aren't necessarily tuned properly, so it's not gonna be exactly the best, but this thing does handle decent. You know, I mean, for it being such a small truck, and basically I kind of based this off of the new windshield, or I mean, I guess it's not that new anymore, but the windshield block, which is kind of like the scale to the characters. So this is like a scale character trophy truck, I guess you could say. Now the front suspension, obviously it doesn't compress all the way up to inside of the fender well. Whoa, okay. Yeah, and the rear suspension kind of does that sometimes, so you got to be kind of careful with that. But I mean, overall, does decent. See, like right there, the bumps were alright, you know. Let's see, where's a jump we can take? It is a little wiggly, and it does look kind of goofy because of how small this thing is compared to this axle in the back. So, that's kind of the downside of Trailmakers when you're trying to make like a small, complex build. It's kind of hard, not gonna lie, you know. But I mean, it works with, you know, with the new blocks, or a fairly recent block, I should say, that with the gyro, makes it a lot easier to control. I think the strength is set to like 5. As you can see there, it took that fairly decent. I did kind of nosedive though, but okay, let's not die, please. Alright. Take this jump here. You know, it's decent. It's alright. It's definitely not the best, especially with these tiny tires. That's the biggest thing. When you have tiny tires, it's hard as well. So there's that. Obviously brake lights, and you know, it takes that pretty well. You know, not bad. The rear is definitely a lot better than the front, but I mean, that's gonna be most obvious. Ooh. And I mean, it's not necessarily meant for big jumps. I think this is actually, is it maxing out right there? Okay, it actually does max out. Okay, just wanted to make sure. But yeah, so let me hop out of this real quick. This thing does kind of move a lot though. Oh my gosh. You know, we can kind of have a look here while it's on the ground. Yeah, let me know what you think. I will also show like a picture, kind of like what I was basing this off of. Not necessarily the body, but the color style, the color scheme. You know, like that kind of the Fox trophy truck look. But yeah, so also of course, Corrupt. You know, let me know what you think of this. And I mean, if you have more challenges, please let me know. And actually anybody really, if you have a challenge, I'll try and do it. That's kind of what this channel started as. Well, it didn't start as that, but like when I started doing Trailmakers, I got a challenge from an original watcher, Runman74, and you know, that kind of started to build up. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, so like if you have any other challenges, let me know, guys. Definitely look into them. So anyways, this is basically the first build. You know, I've never built something like this, a mini trophy truck. I've tried, but it wasn't like this crazy. So, you know, there's that. So yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we're gonna look at the complex. It's basically the same chassis, but on a much bigger body style, I guess you could say. Not necessarily. It's basically just, I threw on the bigger truck tires, so now this thing is like a full-size trophy truck. It's one of my smallest actually, with still the regular truck tires, and as you can see, the flex is very nice. And of course this one also has a gyro, because if it didn't, it would probably just flip over, because I was having problems with that. When this thing would go like this, the body roll was a bit much and it would basically slide out from under, and that's kind of the problem you have with tiny suspension systems. But once again, like I said, this is basically the same thing, twin I-beam. Now as you will see, there is OR logic gates as the pillar on the back there, and the reason that's like that is because this, I needed to make sure that this wouldn't connect while this is pulling this down. See, because my suspension is actually outside of this, but if I try and move this down, it won't work too well. it basically hits this tire before it even gets down to where it needs to be. So I just put a piston, and I mean it looks pretty much about the same. But yeah, so this thing handles also pretty well. I think I wanted to take these on both of the this is danger zone, so might take it to Treasure Island as well. But as you can see, handles fairly well. Oh, I guess I forgot to turn off the controls for the rear tires somehow. No, I didn't. I guess it was just rolling from... Did I pop a wheelie or something? I don't know. I think I might have bottomed out and then it started rolling the tires. But okay, so there we go. So there's that. Let's see. We're gonna go here. This should do a much lot better. A lot much better. I don't know, but on the bumps here. So okay, what is going on? Why is this? Something gets stuck? Oh, I think my spring got stuck. That's another problem with these tiny configurations. You're trying to bunch up all this suspension into one place, and it can get stuck sometimes, and it's not the greatest if it does get stuck, so gotta be kind of careful with that. But I mean, this thing does fairly well. Obviously not a whole lot of speed. Okay, this is getting... Wait, oh no, you know what? No, it's not that. The gyro is actually overpowering. So we're gonna go with like 3.5. See, because that should still keep us up. No, not necessarily. Maybe go with like 4 strength. Yeah, that seems to work better. It doesn't seem to want to flip, so that'll work there. And then let's just see how this does here. It's still kind of okay. Yeah, there we go. You get a little bit of a better idea of how it does with less strength there. Oh yeah. This is definitely, I think this is honestly one of my favorite ones now. Obviously the performance isn't that great, but it's pretty sick, you know. It's like little tiny trophy truck, like really tiny especially, but still with the truck wheels. But yeah, let me know what you think of this. I think it's pretty sick. And also I want to thank you, Corrupt, for this idea, because I probably wouldn't have thought about it. So also, of course, Corrupt, let me know what you think. And like I said, any more challenges I will try and take on. Maybe even like a mini rock crawler or something. I don't know, I'll try and do that. I definitely want to try and do a rock crawler build again with 4-link. You know, solid axle 4-link, like pretty much kind of how this one is, but a little more modified, you know, try and make it more modified for more clearance, because it would be a rock crawler, of course. But yeah, so I just like this thing a lot. Of course, brake lights. I guess we can look a little more in depth at this as well. I mean, it's basically the same exact thing, except these are tucked up higher, you know. And then of course, like I said, this pulling down, it's pretty much the same thing. Of course, same gyro in the front, and you know, pretty sick, I think, at least. Also, let me know what you think of the color scheme. It's basically the same color scheme as the little tiny one. I just named it Fox/Dragon Trophy Truck because, you know, it's dragon right there. But yeah. Let's see, what else? I think that's pretty much it for this video. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I guess let's go to a Treasure Island real quick just to take it off the jump, you know, the usual jumps we do, and yeah, I guess I'll see you there. Alright, so we're back, guys, and we're on Treasure Island now, as you can tell. Oh my gosh. Okay, That was not exactly how I meant that to go. Hold on. See if I can spawn this back again. Alright. Yeah, that's another thing. This thing doesn't have the best traction. Especially when you have a gyro. It's kind of floaty, I guess you could say. But I mean, it helps you at least with the turns sometimes, or when you're trying not to flip over. So that's nice, of course. But yeah, basically we're just gonna hit this jump, you know, the usual jump that we hit. And okay, I don't know why this gyro is doing its job too good. Basically we're just gonna hit this jump down here, you know, when we usually hit, and see kind of how the suspension reacts. I already know that on this one it's gonna be pretty good because, you know, bigger tires. It's a lot more clearance on the bottom, as you can see there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't freaking get any traction with this thing. That's another thing with the twin I-beam setup. It's kind of hard to get traction. It's not one of the best setups, but it's easier for a more compact setup. Also, I will be posting these probably like right after this video. Well, right after I'm done recording the video, so you guys can check these out. It's a pretty basic setup. Basically a piston, connect this with one of these, and then connect it onto this. It's really basic, and then this up here. It's not a hard setup, and then with the rear, of course, you have to do it a little differently so it actually connects properly, and you can keep these in line. So pretty nice. Of course, the rear is basically pretty much the same, except this one doesn't have the extra length. I made it really small, so there's that. And yeah, so let's go ahead, let's just take this off the jump. Obviously you can find this, well, by the name of the trophy truck. So Fox/Dragon Trophy Truck, and then you'll find it on the workshop once I post it, of course. And I mean, you should be able, after this video is posted, you're gonna be able to find it if you play on PlayStation at least. Oh my gosh, this thing, I mean, the jump was fine, but just trying to come down this, it's not the best. There's a few things that we need to check mark off of this. Of course, moderate functionability. I mean, it's moderate, I would say. It's actually, matter of fact, what's the definition of moderate? Let's just pull that up probably. let's just see here. Moderate. Why am I looking up the definition of moderate? Well, average. It's average. So yeah, I'd say this thing is pretty moderate. You know, it's decent. It looks great, and the functionality is moderate. It's not crazy good because I'm having to use a gyro to keep it stable. Going down this, it's trying. I don't know if the gyro is messing with it or what, but this thing just feels very unstable and floaty, and I think it's part of the gyro's fault, but I could be wrong. But I mean, overall, it's decent. Like I said, I mean, I would say it's moderate. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this moderate? Is this trash? Is this great? What is it? You know. Alright, and then let's go ahead, let's get the mini trophy truck as well. We'll go ahead and take that off the jump, and then we'll just call it a video right there. Don't want to make this video too long. I mean, obviously I don't want to make most of my videos too long. There's also going to be another video. I kind of referenced that in my last video of the Pro R side-by-side. Now I'm not sure if you guys noticed what I said, but hopefully I can bring it soon. If not, then it will probably be a video after like episode 6 of the Minecraft playthrough. or it'll be the video after this, maybe. Who knows? Also, I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know how good that jump was. We're gonna go ahead and do that again. I genuinely was not paying attention. I literally just drove down there without even thinking about it. But yeah, so if you guys were paying attention in the last video, I don't know what the timestamp was, but I was talking about another video idea, or a build idea, and then of course I'll post a video about it. So I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm just gonna stay quiet about it for now, and then you guys will see. Also, that jump was kind of nice, not gonna lie. And this thing feels a lot better going downhill. Okay, it felt better going downhill until my suspension started to spring up like that. Feels a little better downhill than the other one. I think it's mainly because it's more lower to the ground. But the other one, because the tires are so close and they're a lot more tall, it's not the best. Also, I don't think Trailmakers devs ever actually watch this. I think they only watch, of course, like a select amount of them. Mainly like the more popular ones, like maybe Scrapman, Uzi, who's some other ones? There's a few like that play Trailmakers. But apparently there's supposed to be another update. I'm not sure what the update is, but like I said in my one of my older videos, not my older, well yeah, I guess older, on the SRT Hellcat, they need to make some tarmac tires the size of this, you know. That'd be pretty nice. But anyways, I just want to say that. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for today's video. Hopefully I can get it posted today as well, because that would be nice. That way you guys aren't waiting for a long time. You know, so you know, there's that. Like I said, I'm trying to get on the every other day schedule. So like today is Friday, I'm gonna try and post on Sunday. You know, so there's that. I'm doing decent. Obviously I missed like a day or two, I think, last time. So there was that, but I'm trying to get consistent with it. I have other things that like I gotta do sometimes, and then when I get home it's pretty late, so, or fairly late, and I try and go to sleep early, but it's just one of those things. It kind of gets in the way, but try and manage time, you know. But anyways, like I said, that's it for this video. I'm gonna keep this outro short and sweet. Thanks for watching, and like I said, let me know if you have any ideas or challenges or anything, any feedback at all. Thanks guys, and have a blessed day.